A couple of months ago, I went to Tractor Supply and I picked up this 55-gallon barrel and I put a couple holes in the bottom and started using it as burn barrel. Unfortunately, the heat has caused the paint to start melting away, which has allowed the barrel to start rusting. I've also had issues with keeping a fire going because it simply needs more holes to be able to get more airflow into the barrel. So the first thing I'm going to do is drill more holes into the barrel, and then I'm going to sand the barrel down, clean it up, and then repaint it with heat-resistant paint.
First, I marked the location for each of the holes, roughly 5 inches above the previous set. Then I pre-drilled using a 1/4-inch drill bit. Then I came back and finished them off with the 1/2-inch drill bit for the final size.
Okay, quick update. So yesterday I drilled the additional set of holes in the bottom of the barrel, and then I decided to test it out and put some material in and burn and see what would happen. So overall, there was definitely an improvement. I had a hotter fire and the material was able to burn down a lot quicker, but I still had some issues initially getting the fire going, and I had one issue where I had to restart the fire because it had gone out. So I definitely feel like it could use some more oxygen flow into the barrel, and especially higher up, because right now the only place it can get that airflow in is down low. So I'm going to drill 2 more sets of holes into the middle rim of the barrel all the way around. So essentially I'm going to go from the 1 set of holes down at the bottom to 4 times that amount by the time I'm done. And I think that will give us plenty of airflow to keep this barrel going all day without any issues.
To drill the holes, I found that my hammer drill worked best because the additional handle allowed for better control of the drill. I also discovered that while drilling the 1/4-inch holes, the drill worked best being on the highest speed setting, but it worked better on the slow speed setting for doing the 1/2-inch holes because that allowed for better control. For sanding the barrel, I used a combination of my corner cat sander to get into the tight places near the edges and near the ring itself. And then I used the random orbit sander to do the main surface areas. This worked pretty well, and I was able to knock it out in about an hour to about 2 hours to get most of the rust off in that time frame. I didn't show it on camera, but after I finished sanding, I took the barrel out and I rinsed it off to get all the paint and rust residue off. Then I started painting the next morning after the barrel was fully dry. For the paint, I'm using a high temperature paint that's able to withstand 1200 degrees Fahrenheit, so none of my fires I'm going to do in the barrel are going to come anywhere near that temperature, so hopefully I don't have any issues with my paint coming off like I did with the original paint job. I do have a makeshift chimney for this burn barrel so I can keep most of the ash inside of the barrel. This chimney is a old washing machine drum, and it's about a 1/4-inch smaller than the barrel itself, so it fits just inside. And I drilled 4 holes in the top. I put in a couple of bolts, and it's going to sit right on those bolts when I'm done. And I'm going to go ahead and spray paint it so the whole thing is going to be black, just like the barrel.
Alright, so the burn barrel is now done. I did go back and add a second coat of paint and touched up a few areas that needed some work. Before I ended up painting, I did go and drill more holes in this than I originally planned on. So I tested out the ones I did on video and decided that I could still use some more airflow. So I put another ring of holes in the top, and I put a middle section in the very bottom as well. Something to be aware of: if you are going to leave your burn barrel outside permanently, you might want to put some holes in the very bottom of the barrel so that when it rains, any water that collects in the barrel will be able to flow out. My barrel will not be left outside because I have the garage, so I didn't put any holes in the bottom of my barrel for the water to flow out of. It also allows me to trap all that ash inside the barrel, and I don't have to worry about it dumping onto my driveway. Something else I want to make clear is I do not use this burn barrel for burning trash. I only use it for burning yard debris and scraps of wood left over from projects. So if you are trying to make a burn barrel because you live out in the country, you need to burn trash, I don't know if this is going to work for you so much. So you might want to look up a different video. But I just want to make clear that I do not burn trash with this burn barrel. Okay, if you're interested in making your own burn barrel, all you need to do is get a barrel from a local Tractor Supply or a similar store, drill some holes in it, and paint it up if you want. So if you like this video, then give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so you know when our videos are posted, and we'll see you next time on Grunt Cave. Go for a walk.